Okay, hi guys, it's Will and this is a review of the Wii game Xenoblade Chronicles, which was released in Europe in last August, and this will be released in North America in spring, I think. So I just finished this game yesterday, so here's my review of the game. Okay, so the genre here is a Japanese RPG, and what makes this game so great is that the many annoying features that RPGs tend to have been cut off or smoothed out here, and it makes for a very fun game. So it's very good in that sense. But I'll get to that later in the gameplay. So first let's check out the graphics, and well, although you can see that of course this is not doesn't have the graphical power of the Xbox 360 or PS3, still, like you can see some jagged edges, still this is very impressive. Like the scope of this game is so big, you're like literally traveling on two giants, and as you're traveling you can all the time see like the giant you're traveling on or the other giant looming somewhere on in the distance. Like there you can see the other giant there. So this is very impressive, and the art design is very good. I think this must be the best graphical presentation on the Wii. So this is very, very nice. It really makes or gives you the sense of adventure and exploration because it's so nice. Okay, then on to music and sound. Both are very good in this game. Like there are some catchy tunes and sound effects are nicely made. And then we have the dialogue. Like you have it in both Japanese and English. I don't know what the North American version will have. Will they use the same dub like the British English dub, or will they have their own? But anyway, the English dub is actually very good. I started with that, then I changed it to the Japanese dub for a moment, and it just didn't sound right. It sounded too foreign, which was a surprise. Like usually it's okay, you want to hear the original voices, but not here. The English dub is very good here, so I enjoyed that. It made the story feel a lot closer, so that was very good. So sound, very good. Okay, and then we get to the gameplay part. Like I said, this is a Japanese RPG, and many features of traditional RPGs have been streamlined here, which is very good. Like you can see the levels of the enemies straight away when you're in the field, and they have indicators of whether they will attack you on sight when hearing you or so forth. And the battles are very quick, you can start them straight in the field. There's no separate screen or anything, and it's in real time. Your characters attack automatically when they are in range, and you just move them around and select the different kind of arts that you want to use. So in this way it's very very simple or easy to use and fun combat. And then when you're done, that's it, and you get the treasure straight there. No separate screens like transitions or anything, so it's very quick battling and very nice. And the other thing, should you happen to die, is that you don't have to worry about your XP or loading your save or anything like that. All your progress to that point will stay intact. You just get sent to the previous landmark that you have found. So you can go and try again, like if you're fighting a boss or anything like that. So that's very good. Like you can get XP from fighting fighting the bosses, and if you die then you just try again, you don't have to worry about anything. And these landmarks are very handy things, because you also get XP for like exploring and finding the landmarks, and you can at any point quick travel to these places. They are all over the different areas, and you can also quick travel to the other areas in the game very quickly. So there is no, you don't have to waste time like going back and forth. You can just skip to whatever place you like. That's very convenient. And also you can change the clock if you want at any time, because some of the quest givers will be around at day or night or whatever, so you can change that at will at too. So that is very good. Okay, then another thing is in this game is the collectibles. There are collectibles, but they are these kinds of blue like fires around the areas, so they all look the same. So when you're traveling from place to place, you can just see the blue fires and collect them, and you get like special stuff when you collect all the different stuff for one place. So this is also very handy, like you don't have to spend a lot of energy in like tracking these down, because you can see these straight up. So it's another thing that has been streamlined, so that's very nice. Then if we talk about the controls, then I have been using like the classic controller Pro here, so I don't know how the Wii controls with the nunchuck work, but this classic controller works like really nicely. No problems here. Overall, the story in this game is very good. Like I said, the dub is well done, and the story really like sucks you in, so you really want to complete the story and see what happens. It's very good. Like you're living in this colony which is situated on the foot or the leg of this giant, and then something happens here and you set out on an adventure to travel all over this giant and the other giant. And like when the story progresses, you have lots of cutscenes and so on. That's really nice. So really strong story here. Okay, then we have the quests, and this game has a ton of quests, like so many quests that if you just have the time and the energy to do, there are a lot of quests. And well, they give you a lot of experience points, naturally. Some of them are fun to do, some of them are a bit like gathering stuff again. And yeah, this is one of the problems of this game, that this could be like a little more streamlined, these quests. Like you have something, and some of these quests are the kind that you get the rewards like instantly. Like some of the monster killing quests, like kill some basic enemies. Well, when you do that, you get the rewards instantly, like on the field. You don't have to travel anywhere to get the rewards. But some of the quests require that you come back, and then they might give you a new like objective, and then you have to go travel again. So that could have been even more streamlined, like you could automatically warp to the person and so on, because sometimes you have to change the time of the day, like when you can see them and so on. So that could be even smoother, because everything else in this game is. And also when you get to the end quests in this game, like some of the bigger monsters, actually the side quest monsters are tougher than the story monsters. So when you get to the end, then you might have to do some grinding in order to be able to beat those side quest monsters, so that can be a bit irritating. And the fact that you have to be warping all over the place when you're doing the quests, go somewhere and then get something, warp back, and this kind of stuff. So that can be a bit irritating. But anyway, there are lots of quests in this game, which is very good. And it's also very interesting how it's done. Like you have the different areas, like here Colony 9, and then you have all the people there. And there's this kind of affinity chart which builds up where you can see the different people and their relationships to each other, how they're doing. So here you can see if someone has really bad relationships with someone, that there might be a quest involved from either of those. So this is pretty interesting. Another thing is the leveling up. Like you can do this from anywhere. Just like when you battle you get these points and you can spend them on your skills like at any time. So that is very convenient. And also you have these skill trees, like you just choose what branch you want to have and then it starts building up automatically as you fight and find landmarks and get XP. So you just get new skills like this, and then you can also link them to the other party members, like use their skills if you have like if there's enough affection between the party members. So that's very convenient. You don't have to go anywhere. You can do everything just from this menu here. But one thing that could be streamlined more is like the amount of items you have. Like there's a limit for the amount of armor pieces and weapons and these collectible things which can be used for quests and other things. So I don't know why there's a limit for that, because it gets a bit irritating at one point when you have so many things, and if you haven't done the quests then your inventory gets full and then you don't know that what kind of stuff you should throw out and what you shouldn't throw out. So I don't see why they couldn't just made it endless, that you could have as much stuff there as you can collect, because now it's just you throw something away and then you might need it later, you don't know it really. So that's a bit stupid. Okay, lasting appeal. So it took me 100 hours to complete this game, and this is not all the side quests. I didn't do all of the last side quests because I would have had to grind a little more. I might do them at a later point, but not now. So yeah, so this game has a lot of stuff to do. If you do all the side quests, then that will take a long time. And if you think about the story, it goes like the difficulty is pretty good, that you don't have to do a lot of questing if you don't. Like when I went through the story, I didn't really do that much extra quests. That's just something that came on my way, but I didn't really like concentrate on the questing, and I got along just fine doing the story. I didn't have to really grind, except for the final boss. There were like two of the bosses near the end that I thought that okay, I could be a few levels up, then it would be nicer, and then I went to get the extra skill trees and so on. So at that point it was like yeah, I might just as do the quests because I haven't done them at this point, so I did. And then I was okay to fight the bosses again. So yeah, nothing major. You can totally play like quite straight through, which is very nice. And then if you want to do the quests, so that is very nice also. So you don't have to do the quests if you don't want to. Okay, so what should I give this then? Well, it's a very well done game. Like the graphics are just the best on the Wii. The art design is awesome. The music is great. The gameplay is fun. It's easy. It's smoothed out. This is like the example for a modern RPG. How you would do it, like this Japanese kind of RPG. That you just take the stupid parts out and you make it a lot smoother. That you can instant travel. You can continue straight if you die. All these kind of touches that have been made into the formula, which make this just much nicer experience to play. Like, there is little frustration in playing this game. Like, some of the things could be better, still like better, like the inventory limits should be off, and like the side quest could be even smoother with instant travel as well, and so on. But in general, it's a very nice game and the story is just compelling. So yeah, it's something like between 9 and 10, like 9.3, 9.5, somewhere there. And if you would say that this is the best game on the Wii, then that would not be far off, because it is, yeah, it's a really good game. So the only bad thing is that I fear that Zelda Skyward Sword just can't compete with this game. I mean, the graphics are just too stunning, the scope is just so big, and it just works so well that, yeah, I have serious doubt that it can actually trump this. But hey, at least this is an awesome game. So, if you own a Wii and you're interested in RPGs, then surely check this out, because yeah, this might just be the best game on the Wii, period. And when it's coming to North America, then you know what to do. It truly is an awesome game, so yeah, highly recommend it. If you like RPGs and exploration, very nice. Okay, so there we have a review, and see you next time. Bye.